Welcome to today's episode of Faith Perspectives. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving into a fascinating discussion on a critical topic within the spiritual realm. We'll be exploring the concepts of true and false prophets through the lens of Matthew 7:15-20. It's a conversation that underscores the importance of discernment in our spiritual lives.
That's right, Alex. It's a scripture that many have heard but may find complex to apply in real life. The verses start with a powerful warning from Jesus. Watch out for false prophets. Let's unpack that a bit, shall we?
Absolutely. The term false prophet can be alarming. In essence, it refers to individuals who misrepresent spiritual truths. They often appear godly, like a sheep in sheep's clothing, but can have destructive motives, like ferocious wolves. It serves as a reminder that we may encounter those who seem trustworthy, but they don't always have our best interests at heart.
Exactly. It's fascinating how appearances can be deceptive. This leads us to an essential point. Devotion without discernment can be incredibly dangerous. We must anchor our loyalty to Christ and truth, not necessarily to specific personalities or charismatic figures.
So true. And the scripture advises us to recognize false prophets by their fruit. But what does that mean in practical terms? How do we assess someone's fruit?
Great question. The fruit refers to the consistent outcomes of a person's character and ministry, not just isolated acts of kindness. It's like gardening. A healthy tree consistently produces good fruit, while a diseased tree will yield bad or no fruit at all. This gets us to the core idea of discernment, the ability to judge well, which is founded on our understanding of spiritual truths.
And discerning this fruit requires us to be walking in the light ourselves, right? The challenge is that if we're in a dark place personally, we may struggle to recognize deception when it's right in front of us. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. It's a personal responsibility. If we're seeking to assess the character of others, we need to be in a good place ourselves spiritually. It's like the old saying, you can't help others if you don't help yourself first. Our role in discernment is pivotal in both our lives and the lives of others.
Now, let's talk about the time frame involved in discernment. It can take time to genuinely see if someone is a good tree or bad tree. This isn't always easy, and sometimes, unfortunately, it can feel risky.
Definitely. The patience involved in discerning someone's true character is essential, and this is where prayer comes into play. Asking God for clarity on a situation can illuminate the truth in a way that mere observation cannot. He sees the heart, and sometimes we need help to unveil what lurks beneath the surface.
That's a comforting thought. Just knowing we're not to navigate these waters alone can bring peace. It's interesting how the next verse signifies accountability. Jesus reminds us that every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. This sounds dire, doesn't it?
It certainly does. This is a powerful warning about the consequences of persistent deception and corruption. God holds people accountable for their actions, which is a reminder that authenticity matters. Even if someone seems trustworthy, if they're using deceitful means to produce prayer or miraculous outcomes, it's only a matter of time before their true nature surfaces.
And that aligns with the idea that the devil always demands a price, doesn't it? There is often a cost to manipulation and deceit, corruption of the soul. It's a stark reminder that poor motives will ultimately lead to negative outcomes.
Exactly. And as Jesus reiterates in verse 20, we have the ability to recognize these false prophets. It's not a lost cause. We have the tools to test and discern, but it's crucial that we don't assume everyone who speaks well must be good. This call to awareness doesn't just help us protect ourselves, but it also enables us to guide others who may still be in the dark.
So, as we wrap up this enlightening discussion, what are the key takeaways for our listeners about discernment in spiritual leadership and recognizing true versus false prophets?
First, appearances can be misleading. Just because someone sounds godly doesn't mean they are. Second, focus on the fruit of the person's life and ministry, not just isolated acts. Third, be responsible for your discernment. Ensure you're in the light as you assess others and lift your concerns in prayer. Finally, trust that you are not helpless. You have the ability to test and discern truth.
Absolutely. Spiritual discernment is a journey, one that requires intention, prayer, and a commitment to seeking truth above all else. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope this discussion has offered insights that you can apply to your own lives.
And remember, keep your spiritual antennas up. Until next time, stay hopeful and grounded in truth. Bye for now.